Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few minutes after sunset, July, what are we?
24th.
24th. And the roses are resting right now. As we've indicated before, there are 500 roses. But in the meantime, we have some beautiful hydrangeas. We have 200 of those in the garden. And if you look carefully, I hope we have a little light to show you this. I call it a black lily. What is that, Sandra?
It's a black calla lily.
All right. And if we look up here, dear.
This is a white calla lily with variegated foliage.
And in the back we have some alliums.
They have finished, but they still sort of give some architecture.
And they pretty well stay like that right till snow time.
Well, they would if we wanted them to, yeah.
But the star of the show tonight, we're going to go over here. And the reason we're taking it at night, because this is a very rare plant. And Sandra, tell me.
This is a tropical plant called Peruvian Daffodil.
And you wouldn't know the Latin name, would you, Sandra? What is that?
It's Ismen festivalis.
Wow. It's such a beautiful plant. We're just going to...
Our growing season is so short that if we have a late spring, it's hard to get the tropicals in the garden soon enough for them to actually flower, but it's always delightful.
Anyways, I think this is the first time I've seen a plant like this. It's very, very rare, I think. And one that's not rare is Barbra.
This is Barbra Streisand. She was involved in everything about this rose, the color, the leaf, the perfume, the disease resistance, and it is a lovely floribunda rose.
And look, this is always a surprise.
And we have Marilyn Monroe, which we love. And Marilyn, the group of Marilyn is always in bloom, even though we say that the roses are resting. She just never takes a day off.
And we'll continue the lily tours during daylight, but I didn't want to miss an opportunity for that Asian lily. Over and out.
Peruvian daffodil.
Oh, Peruvian daffodil.
Did you want to take a picture of more calla lilies?
Okay. Well, I've been beckoned to just move over. Do you have something over there, Sandra? All right, she says, What do we got here? Oh, look at
calla lilies.
Oh, yeah. I wonder. It's pretty dark.
In the back we have what they call pink blush calla lily.
It's another calla lily, pink blush. And pink blush is in the dark, so we'll just edit this and see what luck we have. But we'll come back tomorrow in daylight and finish the lily tour. Over and out. Well, welcome back. I thought we were going in. It was so dark. But as I went by, I noticed this, and this is a daylilies.
These are what they call designer daylilies. And this one is known as Strothers Ball. It's a deep, deep purple.
And there's a plant. It's got many buds, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowering plants right now. There, now I think we're finished for the evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, welcome back. It's about 9 o'clock, and we're going to take advantage to add this little video to the lily tour. And I'm fortunate, Sandra's with me again. Tell me about this here, dearie.
These are stargazer lilies, which are highly fragrant, and they are the last lilies to bloom of the whole series, and they're called Oriental lilies, and they are the most fragrant.
Over here?
And over here, we
that's
have a lily that's like a Casa Blanca, but has a pink tinge.
And
And in here we have some more calla lilies. This is the pink blush one, and then there's the white with the variegated leaf. And they're growing in an area that doesn't get sun until late in the afternoon.
And what are you holding in your hand there, dear?
And this is a perennial called balloon flower. And the reason it's called that is because the bud is in balloon shape, and then it opens up, and it's always nice to be able to have a little bit of blue in the garden to offset your other flowers.
See if I can get the little balloon. And walk me over to that lily over there, please.
And over here we have some more stargazer lilies. And these lilies have been in the ground here for at least 15 years. They come back every year, and they're highly fragrant, and people going by comment on the fragrance that they can smell of the rose. They think it's the roses, but it's really the lilies that have the overpowering fragrance. And over here, if you want.
Yeah, hold on. I know this is the lily tour, but do we have some beautiful red roses here?
Hmm.
Do you have
This red rose here is called Europeana, and it is basically always in bloom and kind of like almost a bouquet.
And I know it's lilies, but this is a red rose called Love. I know this one. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
It's a hybrid tea, and it's pretty prolific. This is its second round of blooming.
Okay, and we'll pick up those lilies around the corner. Getting dark. And here we are.
This is interesting. These are Casa Blanca lilies, and usually they do not bloom until August the 2nd. And we have one out here, and I find it quite interesting. You can see the number that are there. I find it quite interesting that at the lake, where you'd think they would not be out ahead of these ones, but they are all out in full bloom. And I think you took pictures of those the other day. These are Casa Blanca lilies, highly fragrant, and this is what you'll find in bouquets from the florist. And they always take out these stamens, because if you get those stamens on your tablecloth or your clothes, you're going to have it forever.
Well, thanks. We're going to continue the lily show. It's about 9:05. The sun just went down, and Sandra's walked me to her back garden. What do you call this garden, dearie?
I call this the peony garden, and it is has maybe 10 peony bushes here, and I like to have the peonies and the iris and the poppies all blooming at the same time, but when they finish about mid-June, I like to have something coming along, and these Casa Blanca lilies start blooming in early August, but we're a little earlier than that.
Boy, they're massive this year, eh?
And that's what happens. You plant one, and they do multiply, and they last for a long, long time, many years. This is Retabeckia, which again is an August flower, and it goes pretty nicely with the Casa Blanca lilies. And of course, at this time of year, we have the Annabelle hydrangea coming into their glory. And we have many of these around the property. But as said, we must have 100 of these, 100 blooms, maybe more.
I know we're going to have a little trouble with the sound, because the waves are really pounding the shore. And that's what you hear in the background.
And over here,
and there's just kind of a view of the sunset, and she's walking me over to something here. Oh, I see what she wants.
This is a nice assortment, if you like, of the stargazer lilies again, and they were the first to come into bloom in the garden this year. And we're at the lake, so that surprises me. You see how much shade they have. They only get sun in the very late afternoon. And they are underneath a hydrangea called strawberry vanilla. And when it comes into full bloom, it looks like an ice cream cone. And it's quite a lovely standard hydrangea.
Good. I think I'll add this to the lily garden. Well, there you go. I think this is the end of the lily tour. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll go do some editing now. But hold on. I hear something. I hear the waves, but oh dear, he got out again. Sandra's going to be so mad when she finds out Felix is in the garden. I don't know how he gets out like that. As you know, we got him from the Humane Society. He was a rescue tiger. We don't know too much about his history, but oh dear, is he ever tired? It's all this fresh air, I guess. Well, I think I'm going to scoop him before Sandra sees him. Oh dear, he doesn't want to go in. Want to go in, Felix? Yes? Is that yes when you do that? Oh. I'll bring him in and wash his paws. Put him back. Put him back in the living room. Don't know how he gets out. Anyways, that's kind of the official end of the lily tour. With a sighting, a rare sighting of Felix. Well, welcome back. I'm just going to do a quick check. It's been a couple hours since I scooped Felix out of the lily garden and tucked him into the living room here. Oh dear. I can hear him. And as we enter the living room, this is the glass table with orchids, and it looks like he's hopped onto the lower shelf and trying to eat an orchid. Always trying to get into a little trouble. Felix, what are you doing there? All right. Don't fall off. Okay. He's just stretching. Whoops! He fell off. I told him not to fall. I hope he didn't hurt himself. Well, that's the end of Felix for today. Hope you enjoyed the lily tour. And I hope he recovers from this tumble. There isn't much movement. My goodness. Maybe we can just pet him and see if he's feeling good. Oh, that's terrific. Looks like he wasn't too injured. Don't get up there. All right, got a little sniffle now. All right, let's hope he just stays out of trouble for the next couple of days.